Mountains, I believe is the name of the symbol, you can also turn down your difficulty and instability will match.
Spontaneous explosions.
Yes.
And Scorched is in my dev environment here, and it will be in the 1.44 update release, but the Sky stuff won't.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, apparently recent Minecraft patches have allowed the set spawn command. I wonder,
Doesn't
how
seem to
do you...
exist.
Yeah. Doesn't appear to exist. If that ever were to be implemented, I would like to know if star fissures would work, or if you have them set to simply go to the overworld directly.
It goes to the overworld spawn, yeah. I could try and change that, though. If it ever does change, I will change it if I can.
All right. Sounds good. That would be appreciated by a lot of server admins who think that the overworld is now boring.
Okay. Let's see here. No weather, void, standard terrain. No, standard lighting. I was about to say, did I really make that mistake? Dark moon, dark sun, single biome, plains. Alright, let's see here. We want black sky, black fog, black clouds. And now let's build a gradient stars.
Ah, yes.
So blue gradient, green gradient, red gradient. And then up the gradient. Let's also specify direction and speed. So north, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, north. Yeah. North, half, 0, 0, 0, celestial bodies, stars. Black. Yeah, we're good. And now a different one. Somebody give me a gradient.
Purple to white.
Blue and red gradient. And then white gradient.
Sharp shot, honestly, I would prefer to see all of the symbols as written symbols, and have it so that players simply read through in order to figure out what's going on. It means that you have to learn a bit to figure out what's in a descriptive book, but it also makes intuitive sense, and it's a nice incentive to learn the writing mechanics more.
Okay, blue, red, gradient, white, gradient. What direction should it come from? East?
Sounds good to me.
East. And then stars.
Slayer Witch, please, please wait for the next release where you will be able to disable individual instabilities. Yep. It's actually already implemented.
It's in the 1.44 update release. It will be up at some point. Basically, I need to speak with Veo and the rest of the testing team to see if we're ready to release that.
Have not tried it since the last time I talked to you when I discovered that you no longer Twitch.
Yep. Okay, so what he means by no longer Twitch to anybody that's missed it. That. Okay.
So in previous versions, linking to the same age nearby would cause you to
Have a
quickly
seizure.
jump back and forth between the two spots, and it would be rather disorienting. Now, it's just a smooth transition from one spot to another.
Instantaneous. So, yeah, let's see here. Where to put you? We're done here. Any more star layers? We've got 2 star layers. No sun, no moon, void. I specified colors for all the fog and everything. We good?
So you have gradient stars, and what's the other star? I don't know the new symbols yet by sight.
Well, it's, neither do I. Okay, one of the stars is blue, red, gradient, white, gradient, half, 0, 0, 0, east, normal stars. And the previous one is, 0, 0, 0, I'm reading these in reverse order now. Half, north, gradient, red, gradient, blue, or green, gradient, blue. So that's the actual thing. Blue, gradient, green, gradient, red, gradient. North, half, 0, 0, 0, normal stars. So we've got 2 layers of stars moving different directions.
All right. Let's see it.
Okay. We got blue and purple out there.
End of Pi, you can already, as an admin, disable instability for a specific age. So disabling, toggling whether accelerated or dense ores causes instability is not needed. You can already toggle per age.
Now the blue ones are green, and the purple to white are nearly white. There we go, now they're white. Looks very, very close. Those are green. And now this shouldn't commit or cause any seizures, but just, again, that warning that I should give in case people are sensitive.
Yeah,
I'm going to make the stars
unlikely
twinkle.
to set it off. Sharp shot? Likely neither. Likely something else.
So, twinkling stars. That actually worked pretty well for those.
A
They'll
little
make it a
slower,
little
and that would
longer.
actually be pleasant.
Do what?
If it were a little slower, that would actually be pleasant to live in.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Makos points out, it's a Christmas tree. Applause. There we go. This is quite pleasant. It's not quite so look at me, darn it! But it is very pretty to look at. Merry Christmas, everyone.
XComp ways, can you stop? You're making me hate my previously amazing Mystcraft world for being too bland.
No. I can't stop. I've tried. The gradient interval will be adjustable. Yeah, at the moment it's not, but I will make it so it's possible. Black stars and a red sky. Ooh, the limitation is the sky changes color based on how bright the world is.
Can you have a night sky color?
Not presently. I can make it so there is one.
I think that would be appreciated. Especially if it can take all the same colors and gradients and such.
Yeah. Let's see.
I've wanted several times to make kind of a blue star field. a blue background with stars in front of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I could look into doing a night sky color.
And if it's separate from the daytime sky, then you can have it. I think it would look very impressive.
Yep. Just basically another thing like the sky color, except it would be night sky color.
Yep.
It even wouldn't require more interfaces. It would work exactly the same way.
They're requesting that you try the night vision potion in this age.
Oh. Oh.
I believe it shouldn't change anything except the stone you're walking on, but I'm not sure.
Potion of night vision.
Potion tab with the water bottle on. Yep, there you go.
Yeah, it just changed the stone I'm walking on. That is kind of disappointing.
Yeah.
Let's see. Where's milk? Does milk clear these effects? Yes. Alright. One thing that you can change in here, I think. Oh, there you go. Okay, you just zoom the other way. I wanted to zoom in. Oops. Huh. Legal in Finland! That's good. Alright, so let's see here. We got a crash. Update time and light entities. I've seen this one earlier,
So,
but I'm not sure what's causing it.
legal in Finland was pretty relevant, but I must say, yesterday, and this is to everyone on the stream because I've already told XComp this, yesterday when I got the first build of Mystcraft to test that had these color effects and these modifiers, or not the colors, but the modifiers for the motion of the stars and the sky and the suns and the moons, the first time I launched Minecraft, it said as the yellow text, "The sky is the limit." Not even kidding.
I was like, yeah, that sounds good.
Likely the twinkling will be controllable. I'm not sure, but I would like to see it, and I'll bug XComp about it. Oh, that may have been 2 days ago, actually, Solid. That's right. Yeah, that was 2 days ago. You're right, Solid. When you don't sleep, it's kind of difficult to keep track of time, so...
Yeah. Alright, so let's see here. Thank you, Ichi. Incorrect. Mystcraft is the limit. I believe that is a misleading statement. It implies that Mystcraft is a limiting factor, whereas Mystcraft breaks all of the existing limits. Minecraft is the limit. That's actually a pretty good point.
I'm not going to weigh in on IC2 versus BC. I'm simply going to say that I appreciate balance. I run both on the testing server, so I make sure that both are tested against.
You wanted night sky. Done.
Oh, really? I was watching chat.
See? Quick. Alrighty. I've got an error. Oh, right, I need to import it! There you go. That's Control-Shift-O for anybody wondering how I just did that. Alrighty. That means a new notebook, because again, more symbols.
Okay, that sounds good to me. Turing machines are the limit.
Turing machines are a good limit. Well phrased. Alrighty, so let's see here. I need a new notebook. As big as I can.
Mystcraft tab.
Yeah, that'll be easiest. Notebook, go away. And just script book. Alright. Notebook goes there. Goes in the slot. And no weather. Wanted to test night sky. So void standard lighting. I'm wondering if I should do something more complicated with this. Probably. Single biome planes. And now for the really fun stuff. First,
Yeah, sound logic. I think you can make a Turing complete. Maybe just with not gates.
and
I actually appreciate the system, even if I don't use it very often, and I prefer to use red power whenever it's updated and I'm able to actually use it. I do appreciate that there's that whole system that you can play with that's comprised entirely of not gates and different ways to combine them.
alright, so dark moon, and then we'll make
Held is saying he linked something in IRC.
well, I can't look at IRC at the very moment, but
All right, I'll take a look.
what was I doing? I was going to make some colorful stars. Let's see here. What was the star colors we wanted on the front, like in front of a colored night sky?
Uh,
Is it red stars on a blue sky or something like that?
that would look good. Alternatively, you could always go for inversion.
Inversion. Yeah. Well, red on black is easy. We wanted a colored sky. Black stars on a red sky. That was it. So, okay then. We'll do that. Where is black? There's black. Black. Stars. Okay, done. And now we want a red night sky. To accomplish that, we'll...
I keep hitting my push-to-talk key while I'm trying to log into my server to check IRC.
That's fine. Blue sky. And then a red night sky.
Dilbow, it's fairly easy to tell if an age is unstable. You can simply link in and observe.
Observe for a
Observation
few
is
minutes.
actually very important to Myst, and so having mechanics that are observable as the only way to see if they're there, you actually have to sit there and watch, is, I think, a good thing.
The way. Alright, there's the sun. The sky is red. Okay, it does translate between the two quite well.
All right.
I don't see the stars, though. They are kind of rendered behind the sky.
Oh, they're rendered behind and not in front of? Wow. Why would they do that?
Well, because Notch. We can probably change that. So let's see here. Where do we render the sky? Where do we render the sky? Alright, here.
Dildow, the entire point of the latest few updates, 0.9.3 and all derivatives that are just for different Minecraft versions, is to make instability more obvious.
No, the sky appears to be rendered behind the stars.
Huh.
Okay, my mistake. It's actually done the way it seems like it should be. So where are the stars? We go to...
Held player, I believe that should be possible. The image that you posted a few minutes ago.
Alright, so let's see here.
The question is the stars layer multiplied, perhaps?
Well,
rather than simply rendered on top of.
Seems like it should be rendered on top of, but let's look at what it's doing here. Disables 2D textures, blend functions alpha 1, push matrix. All matrix is here. We rotate by celestial period. We get our star brightness. That's the question. It's based on celestial angle.
I see that star brightness value, and it just makes me want to code light pollution into the game.
Yep. Okay. Star brightness is currently 0. Yeah, I got it. It's because it's daytime. Wow, that's a pretty shade of blue. Not to BX, time add. They say it like commands. Okay. Now what's star brightness? 0.5. Oh, then it should be rendering.
Solid. If light pollution were added, I'm not suggesting it be added to Mystcraft, I'm suggesting it be in a different mod, but I think that light pollution would actually make this more appreciable. I think that if you can't see the sky near your overly well-lit base, and you go out and venture to a mountain observatory, I think that would be amazing. I think writing an age just to view the stars would be very in the spirit of Myst.
So what's going on here? We're rendering the stars. They're there. The stars are what's our color? This where's color? Gradient, colors. I really just want to go there and get the actual color we're getting. So color is, yeah, solid black. Alright, let's play with the gradient and actually change its values in there. Let's make it green.
Sharp
So,
shot, you could always make a Mushroom Island biome. That way mobs don't spawn anyway.
well, there we go. Just doesn't render well if it's black.
Ah. Whoa.
Not TPX. Time out.
I love how you correct yourself on TeamSpeak, and then I see you make the mistake. Very disorientating.
Veo has a nice little time lag. I say something, and then it happens on the stream. So this is why he listens to me on TeamSpeak and not the stream.
Yeah. Because otherwise that would cause some serious communication issues. Be cutting each other off constantly.
More so than we already do.
Yep.
Alright,
Well,
so green works.
the cutting each other off is mostly just due to the fact that we want to say the same thing at the same time, so.
Frequently, yes. Alright, so if we change...
Other gamers, there is a symbol in the current release of Mystcraft that gives the sky a constant random effect, and that is chromatic. However, that shouldn't just be a single symbol. I think that players should actually have to write things in that are more complicated. That's why I like the new system where you can actually make it change colors, but you have to define it.
Yep. Okay, that transitions real well, and you get a red night sky.
That
And
is
you can
awesome.
still see red stars on a red night sky. That's pretty impressive. Query, why can't you see black? The reason is alpha. Alright, so let's see here.
Viral, yes, you can use linking books to move back and forth to the Twilight Forest. There's a mod compatibility section on the wiki.
Blue stars.
This will be nice.
Oh
Just have
yes.
it auto default to black if it's not written in, and never have any auto selected logic, or rarely have auto selected logic. Usually have just black sky.
Well, it's just a sky color symbol. It's just like the sky color symbol normally is, except it provides a sky color if the sun's down.
Yeah.
So, to clarify that, normally sky color has an alpha, or sky color has an alpha here. And if the sun is down, then it's 0, and if it's up, then it's 1. The night sky version here just inverts that alpha. It only produces the color if the sun is down. So it's invert alpha for the sky color.
What's your question, Solid? How does this work with multiple stars? If one star is up, then it will be bright out, and it will be daytime.
Yep.
And it doesn't matter which one it is, as long as one of them is up, it will be the daytime.
Correct. That's not a wake-up alarm. That's it's a general alarm for my notification.
Yes, 7 is the default Twilight dimension number. I believe they've added a config so you can now change it. Personally, I'd set it to -2 or so, but that's up to you guys.
It actually works
Setting it up
best if
in
all
hundreds would
dimensions
work.
stay in positive numbers, because native code assumes that the nether is the only negative ID dimension.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh, Notch, why?
because dimensions were an afterthought.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see here. We've done all sorts of things here. What else can we do? We've had the ability to color the night sky. We've shown off all the celestial mechanics. We've converted colors to work by modifiers. Horizon, sky color, clouds, and fog, I'll use that now. Change the color of the sun and moons. Now, see, that's a little trickier. Let's go look at how that works. Sun, normal. This is the only sun object at the moment. Color modifier plus charged equals colored lightning.
Hey, I'd use it.
I'd use it too. That's probably not a bad idea. Remind me of that in a little bit here.
Okay.
Let's go through the sun first, though. It pulls out these properties, length, angle, phase, does all this. So then the render is fully under the sun's control here. It does everything. This is all that happens. If nothing happened here, the sun would not appear. This is the celestial period. It returns at what point the sun is in its cycle. 0 being noon, 0.5 being midnight. So at 0, it is providing the most light and is at its peak. The world decides which one's highest by seeing which one's closest to 0 or 1, whichever. The code for that isn't particularly complicated, actually. Let's see here. So then drawing it is just this. Making it colored, this is the limitation. It is a texture. Making it colored would require altering that texture slightly, but I'll show you what we can do. That worked interestingly. Hey! Welcome to the beach, folks.
Oh, yeah.
Chat has it correct. The solution is to create a grayscale sun and color by that. Yo!
The problem with that, though, is that texture packs would need to provide their own sun image.
Yes. So,
Though they would likely need to add it for a few alternate suns as well, so.
yeah. There will be other suns, other shaped suns, other kinds of suns. Other kinds. A whole bunch of stuff. Size, shape, kind. There'll be other suns. Black sun. Well, there is already dark sun, and what dark sun does is it basically is a null sun. It is a sun that provides no light and does not show up. It is so that you can have a world with no suns. Okay, so putting that back to normal. That looks awfully white now, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
I don't think I changed anything. No. Just look better, a little more yellow. Will you add a Soul Eater mood? You mean like from Majora's Mask? Hey, the sun looks better after it's set.
If you check out additional Mystcraft terrains by Silly Bits, there is an option for a biosphere type world. It's still in alpha, but go check it out. People are requesting bigger and smaller suns. Well, bigger specifically, but...
Bigger and smaller is easy. Where'd this one go? There it is.
Oh god, that is terrifying. Oh, oh, I'm going to write myself a custom add-on, I think, and I'm not going to release it for legal reasons, but I'm going to take the sun from Super Mario Bros. 3,
That
and I'm
sounds
going to
good.
make it a symbol, and make it move really fast through the sky.
Well, two suns is easy, and we've already been to worlds like that. Let's see here. Here's one. Oh, they're all big. Back to normal, back to normal. There we go. Suns. Well, they can be independent. Here. What is it?
Yeah, make sure to cap that. Don't just leave it as completely random.
Oh, yes, thank you. I was supposed to be in a range. No, it's currently a float. I need to be multiplied by something.
Oh, yes, that's right. Gotcha.
So really what I should do is times 90 plus 10. Solid has produced the "that's no moon" required quote. They wound up pretty big.
They appear to be different sizes, though.
They are different sizes. There wasn't much variation between the two of them.
Asking for the IP to a development single-player environment is not very useful, and just adding tech, it makes me think that you're trying to troll and get negative responses, so please stop. And everyone responding to him, please don't.
Okay. Those are different at least.
Yep.
Let's... It won't change if I do that way, but...
New instability. Death Star in orbit. Forms a shield generator, and if you don't take down the shield generator fast enough, the Death Star turns the age into a void age.
That's funny. Okay, mini suns. They're adorable.
Suns.
Here comes the sun.
Oh, well, see, now you got the end of time stuck in my head. It made me think of Here Come the Drums.
Yes. Alright, so... What kind of variation we get here? That's fairly normal sized sun.
Oh, wow. That would be interesting. Suggestion is now have suns change size over time.
I think that effect is visible.
Okay, so now I've got like half the chat tapping the drum beat, apparently. Whoops.
Yeah, that sun's definitely getting bigger. Hey, we're watching the suns get bigger. It is very disturbing. Because I'm not sure what that would mean. That we're falling into the suns?
Well, remember, the assumption here is that it's in Earth-centric orbit, so the suns are falling into us.
Oh, that's even better.
It's one thing to be terrified of falling into a sun, but then oh geez, those are massive.
Yes. Okay, who's scared? I am.
I'm scared. Mommy.
Let's go back to the overworld where it's safe. Okay. Why is it always raining in the overworld? I know I made you stop before. Again, it has been a while. Alright, so I'm going to remove that bit of fun and try to remember what that value was. Or just convert it. There we go. Okay. Terminate!
People are
Alrighty.
requesting instability with the suns and moons actually falling into the world.
I think that would be hard to pull off.
Yeah. That would have to destroy most of the habitable surface in one hit, which Minecraft is not capable of in real time.
No. Thank you,
On the
Held, for
average
making the
machine.
Doctor Who quote I've been wanting you to do most of the evening. Actually, I think he said, who's the man, but I'm not sure. Anyway. Let's see here. We've done that, we've done that. I don't want to play with instability at the moment. That is a lot of fun to play with, but I want to play with constructive mechanics at the moment.
Mechanics that players will enjoy having, rather than fear.
Yes! This Mystcraft arc, the general theme is You Shall Know Beauty, as opposed to the last Mystcraft arc, which was You Shall Know Fear. Colored Charged Lightning. Thank you. That was it. Colored Lightning. So that means we go with the symbol charged, just environment lightning.
Gradient lightning bolts, where you can have multiple strikes right by each other, and it can be slightly different colors, and then as time goes on, it constantly changes.
Whoa. Okay, so let's see here. This is going to require a custom entity lightning bolt, I think.
rather than overriding the standard? Or
Currently, it just
calling the standard?
uses the standard lightning bolt.
Yeah.
How does it render the standard lightning bolt? Where does it render?
Uh,
It's really a better question.
yes, eventually there will be a preview on the linking panels. That's been planned for a long,
Ages.
long time,
But
probably since the beginning of the mod, but
not since the beginning of the mod, but very close.
yeah,
Ever since you could see the linking panel,
yeah.
which has been a while at this point. But when I first created the mod, and it's really funny because the mod has developed so far beyond what I originally conceived it being, you had one kind of book that had a 1 in 3 chance of linking to another world, and 2 in 3 chance of linking to where you are right now. And you could link inside the same dimension. There was no limitation on that. And let's see here.
I bet Myst fans quickly said, "Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Yeah, they
This is
did.
not
A
cool,
bunch went,
man."
oh, well, let's have 2 kinds of books and do this. It's like, all right, fine. But
And
especially,
it ended up working out
it
well.
was really just kind of a proof of concept when I first released it. The ages it took you to, it would create a new world, and the new world was always single biome of a random biome. That's all there was. There was no instability. That concept hadn't hit yet. Mystcraft's come a long way.
Oh yes, this could easily become a Stargate mod. This could easily become a Doctor Who mod. This could be the base of a lot of different sci-fi mods. That's one of the reasons it's so cool.
Yep.
For example, I've been thinking of the possibility, but I'm not going to make it. I'm not even going to think about making it because I have way too many plans for mods. I've been thinking about the possibility of having a TARDIS entity that, when you walk inside of it, links you to another dimension. That's the TARDIS dimension, and then from there, you can control the machine and you can input dimension IDs and such, and it has a very, very low chance of getting you to the dimension that you wanted, and a high chance of getting you to a dimension that's somehow tangentially related.
That's funny.
And smoke and fire. Must be smoke and fire.
Yes, it must catch on fire periodically, for no apparent reason. Alright, so here's where lightning bolts are rendered. So the biggest thing this is going to require is a custom renderer for lightning bolts. Because somewhere it sets the color. Well, you'd think it would. There it is. Yes, this is setting vector color, by the way. So you can actually set different color points in the lightning bolt, but I don't think it's a good idea. We're actually... Okay, why? This is a variable declared right before the line. It just does 0.9 times 0.5, 0.9 times 0.5, 1 times 0.5. Just to do that calculation? I mean, it changes nothing. That variable is not used. Ah! Okay then. Okay, I'm okay now. So let's see here. Yeah, this will require a custom renderer for lightning bolts. I could do that. Means it requires a different lightning bolt entity, which I can also do. How are lightning bolts communicated from server to client?
I have no idea.
Alright, let's find out. Net client
Oh, it
handler,
looks like...
handle weather. Oh, that's how. That's fine. I can simulate that.
Apparently, lightning bolts check difficulty, so they won't show up or they won't set things on fire. I'm not sure which at lower difficulties. I just glanced at it.
Interesting. Okay, so yeah, I just have to create a packet that does this, or maybe extend an existing packet that lets me create new lightning bolts. Yeah, lightning bolts have their own packet. Packet 71, weather, right here. Okay then, I can do that. Just means when a what spawns this packet? I'm curious. Add weather effect. Yeah, that makes sense. So when we add the entity to the weather effects, send all near entity. Checks whether or not it is a lightning bolt. Oh, sometimes, I mean, really, sometimes. I'm sorry, folks, this code is kind of painful. Alright, so back to the client handler where it actually does this. If it's not a lightning bolt, what's it do? Nothing. Good deal. That's fine. Facepalm. Okay, well, I could just make it spawn stuff. Okay, well, let's do the interesting part of this first, I guess. That means it can't be an entity lightning bolt. Otherwise it'll create an entity lightning bolt that doesn't have the color.
Ah, fun.
I have to actually clone the lightning bolt. I can't just inherit. Okay, yeah, fine, whatever. New class. We'll stick it in Mist Common. And we'll stick it in there, I guess. Or no, we'll stick with effects, because that's what it does. Alright! We've now cloned the entity. What's it complaining about down here? This is probably... Unstruck by lightning. Requires being passed a lightning bolt.
Which must be an entity lightning bolt?
It's not used. It must be entity lightning bolt. But nothing that implements that actually uses the lightning bolt, I don't think. Nope. So I can pass in null and no one will complain. Except maybe a mod.
There's some chat suggestions. I didn't see the exact suggestions in there, but Isn't lightning bolt public? Can't you just reset the value after you create the packet? Malaville is the guy who's saying that he's been suggesting things.
Well, I don't create that packet. The problem for that, when any entity lightning bolt is created, we'll go to that. It's in here. We add a weather effect. It then creates this packet here. I have no say over what's in that packet. This is the weather packet. So I can't touch it. It's out of my hands by that point. It then checks here, entity lightning bolt. If it is an instance of entity lightning bolt, it sets this to true, or 1 actually.
Fun.
So yeah, at that point it will create a lightning bolt on the client side because it's told to. That would be precisely what it's supposed to do. So instead, I just have to say it's not actually an entity lightning bolt. But, oops, I didn't change creepers. I wanted to change. So that. One option is to pass in a new lightning bolt with the exact same properties as this one. Another is to just pass in null. If this actually causes problems, with other mods, then we'll try and fix it so it's actually an actual valid lightning bolt. But for the moment, I'm just going to make it null. Okay, so now I have an advanced lightning bolt. The only advanced thing about it is it actually has a color.
Hey, Unorthodox.
So we just pass that in.
Alright, so I think I should go get some food real quick. I should be about 5 minutes.
Okay, that's fine. Unorthodox was asking what TeamSpeak we're on, and we're in the same one as slow. What's it called? I don't remember. I could do a whole lot of things to this lightning bolt. I probably won't for the very moment. We just are interested in color. We'll actually, though, Vec 3. Have a default to that, and then I'll add in a function for setting the color. Public void set color this dot color equals color, and I obviously need to pass in something here, so vec3 color, and then we'll have a getter for it. Okay, so I'm trying to track. Yeah, welcome Unorthodox. You're welcome to speak as well.
Alright, cool. I just didn't want to ignore. I mean, interrupt.
Yeah, that's fine. You have a developer tag. How did you do that? Let's see here. Make bolts have size. Imagine that. A huge lightning bolt. Okay, no, thank you. Have a function that every time a lightning bolt hits, Richard G gets hit. That would entertain me so much. Alright, so let's see here. Let's see here. Fix my formatting, this. Have my advanced lightning bolt. I no longer need this. Let's render the lightning bolt. Next. Let's put it in Mist Common. And now I'll put that... Actually, no, it goes in Client. It's Client. And now my options are a little more thing. Render. There. Though I think that's actually something else, but I'll put it there anyway. Render lightning bolt advanced.
So do you really want to know how I got it?
Yeah, kinda. I mean,
Well, I do some graphic arts for this little mod that you might have heard of called Mystcraft.
I wasn't sure if they gave developer tags for art stuff. If they do, great, good.
Just because I'm the development team. Well, kind of, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Even though I don't know any coding.
No one does but me.
That is the truth.
Yeah, okay, so now we can render lightning bolts as well. Now, let's see here. Let's just pull the color out straight from... let's actually make the default color not solid white, but instead whatever this color winds up being. So 0.45, 0.45, 0.5. That's what this equates to. And then okay, then I'm actually gonna have to pull from a gradient. But yeah, for the moment, or no, I'm not. I'm just gonna pull color. Color. So let's see. Just as a temporary thing, so I can use it. Color explosions. Those could be a little trickier. We'll see. Alright, so let's see here. Now I need to get the color in here. The color, actually the color should be retrieved somewhere up here, and it equals... I'm going to need to change this so it's lightning bolt advanced. Okay, good deal. Get color. That worked well. And we need to cast these to float. I apologize to the chat. I see it going by, but I can't keep up. For hell, he can't see. Oh, thank you, Snapshot. Or Sharpshot. Sorry. See here. I'm afraid that Veovis is currently getting food. He'll be back in a little bit. Alright, so let's see here. Yeah, seem to be okay. Why does that happen in there? I'm not sure that this render code is actually very well optimized. Okay, it renders my line. I get it. That could be a little better, but that's okay. Yeah. That should allow us to set a color. It sets a color by default. Like lightning. Now, this needs to have a color. So, go back here. And we'll pass in a gradient. Let's get our gradient code out. Symbol sky color. We'll actually do two things, or I do things a little differently here.
All right, back. What have I missed?
Welcome back. Not a whole lot. Somebody was asking for help in IRC, if you can provide it at the moment.
Yeah, I'll take a look.
Okay. Oops, that needs to be at this dot. Okay, so what are we doing in the chat over here? Alrighty, chat seems okay. That's supposed to be a color gradient. I want to cast. There we go. Yep, yep. And now, if gradient is not equal null, oh, I need to actually get this lightning bolt. And I need to make an advanced lightning bolt. Bolt equals that. Let's create it. And if gradient's not null, then gradient dot get color total world time. All right. That'll give us a color. Let's set the color.
Sharp shot, that is entirely planned.
Yes.
See the original game, well, see Real Myst for an example of that. See Myst 4 for an example of that.
Yep. Okay, so I'll do that. Clone that there. Go.
What's current development? Effect lightning still. Okay.
Yes, advanced lightning. Okay, so now my advanced lightning bolt has lightning and renders based on the lightning bolt color and whatnot, but it doesn't communicate from client to server.
That's sometimes important.
Yeah. So at the moment, this will happen on the server, but not on the client. And I said that backwards a few moments ago. It should communicate from the server to the client. Okay, then. Let's see here. Now let's see if... Now we need to communicate the advanced lightning bolt. Doing that's fairly easy if I can get the right things. I have a lot of packets already in existence. Let's see what else I can... if I can use one of them. No, this is already quite complicated. Or functional. Does a bunch of stuff. Gigs, dimensions, explosions. No, they actually do things. Well, right, fine. Let's just make a new one then. Let's base
And
it off
now,
of explosion. Im packet spawn entity. And in lieu of a better idea of how to do this, I'm just going to make it so it actually spawns based off of an ID. And I'm going to commit one of the problems I usually complain about for Notch code, in that IDs like that are set up in that way. But I'm at least putting it off to the side. This is running at 1.44. So, let's see. No, this is going to have to be just for the lightning bolt, isn't it? That's fine.
and
Then it can be
now,
smaller.
number 1, the large.
Bold. Entity. Alright, I missed out the entity. Now I can't spell entity. There we go. So, let's see here. Where is it? Advanced explosion not included up there. Okay. Ready? Don't need that. Don't need to send those. Don't need to handle that. Or any of that. That got easy.
To answer chat, could you put an item like a potion or something that gives the nausea effect? That's actually where nausea comes from. Most of those effects are from potions in vanilla.
That is a vanilla effect. I just kind of went, oh, okay, I'll use this. Okay, good. Let's
Oh no. Now chat's suggesting nausea lightning.
I think not. Most can't figure out what that would do.
Every time you witness a lightning strike, you get nauseous.
That sounds like a bad idea.
Yeah, that was my opinion.
Yeah, we're losing the idea of you shall know beauty. Seizures. Uh,
Blind wouldn't be bad, but likely not.
hmm.
It's suggested that you can change the tagline to "You shall know seizures."
That doesn't sound like a good tagline. I don't think that would be a wise idea. Okay, so yeah, quick and painless packet. All done. And I have a packet for spawning lightning bolts. Guess I should register. So missed. Packet handler. No. Where did I register my packets? Here. How clever of me. There we go.
Can you also add invisibility to all hostiles as an instability effect?
I
That
could,
could be possible on everything. That might be interesting.
if all entities were invisible. The problem
Yeah,
is, does
including the player.
invisibility actually prevent hostile mobs from seeing you?
I believe it does.
Then that would be pretty cool. Anyway. So let's see here. That'll work. It'll communicate the information for position and whatnot. I should look at how... What is this? Ants. Yeah. I believe this is all set. We just need to send this packet now. Create a packet using that. So let's see here. Where are we? Don't need that. Like lightning. Packet equals im packet spawn lightning bolt dot create packet player. Ooh, that's gonna be fun. Do I need another player? I don't need another player. Alright, fine. No player, just the entity. Bolt.
Ranger, if someone wanted to troll Richard G like that, they could. There's already a disarm function that can be used on books.
Yep.
The chat has been recently focusing on different things you could do. You check player.name equals Richard G, and if so, do X mean thing.
Yeah. He trolls us a lot, but I don't want to make my mod work against him.
Yeah.
That would be just a little too far, I think. So let's see here. At this point, I need to actually send this packet. I need to do it in both places. So I'm going to head copy this down here so I get the error and I remember. Let's also
Sharp
look.
shot? Yes, I believe you saw it, in fact. Suns can have independent orbit speeds.
Yep. Did. They did. Yeah, the only information it stores in this packet is the entity ID. Okay, I need to remember to get that. It stores it as an int, so I'll do the same. Okay, and then in handle,
A question for you, XComp.
okay.
How long did it take you to learn how to do all this?
I answered that several hours ago. I think the basic end of the answer was about 15 years.
Wow.
I've been programming for about that long, so yeah, it's the same. Always winds up being about the same thing. So let's see here. At this point, we need to get the entity ID. Okay, and we actually read the vector out. Now, we need to handle this particular issue. Color is null. Then data.write Boolean false. Else
It has
write
now
Boolean
apparently
true.
reached the less than 5-minute mark for FTB release, so we may see a bunch of users suddenly disconnect and go start playing FTB.
That's fine. Alright, so let's see here.
Apparently 7 minutes.
So countdown now. So if data dot read Boolean and then if sorry, vec is not equal null, entity set color vec. Okay, we've communicated it, it's all set, the packet works fine, or should. We need to actually send the packet, don't have to worry about that. No, let's look right there. Right, other implementations of this function here. Alrighty.
Solid says he's trying to decide between watching Lightning with colors versus a mod pack. Lightning wins unless FTB has red power.
I don't think it does.
Yeah, I doubt it, though. I would go download it and start playing if it does, and start adding it to the testing server and such.
Speaking of the testing server, every time I try to use the instance, I get some error.
Likely a mod out of date.
It says it's Forge, but I upgraded the Forge to the Forge that it says it can't find.
I have no idea. I'll have to take a look.
Me either, it's weird. It's the only reason I haven't been on testing.
I'm going to move all this because it's becoming redundant code. There we go. I can't apparently, oh right, I have to be world server to get that. If. Now this particular bit of code shouldn't be possible to call from anything that's not the world server, but just to be on the safe side,
Sour Power Pete, last
and
I heard, the memory leak is in Minecraft or Forge. I can't remember which, and CPW was taking a look at fixing it. The memory leak is due to the way Java handles memory, which is garbage collection is your only option.
yeah. Well, it's your only option without rewriting everything.
Yeah.
Okay, so that should be that. Who's ready for multicolored lightning?
I want to see it.
I think that'll work. Yeah. Okay. Good deal. Let's see what we can do.
Techno, chromatic is actually going away in favor of a system that you control more. So it'll be better than chromatic lightning.
Will indeed.
In 9.4.00, there is a way to choose the color of the portals. You put the book back in, and again, and again.
Well, I think you want a little more control than that. Alright, so let's see here. I'll write a new world. Oops. Yeah, that'll do it. Alright, so let's see here. I want gradients. Blue, gradient, red, gradient.
It will no longer be possible to have completely random colors as soon as you just write one symbol. You'll have to define color gradients, and you can add whatever color gradients you want. And you will be able to possibly, if it all works out, it hasn't been done yet, control how long those gradients last.
Isn't it interesting that red, green, and blue actually wound up very similar? Especially red and green. Really, really similar.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is not grammar per se.
That was one of the things I wanted to
simple
avoid.
modifiers.
There are modifiers that basically just set a global property. That's the thing I had to think of. I had to think of setting the global property. Prior to that point, I was sitting there going, there's no way I'm going to be able to do that. Like, I don't want to add a syntax to Mystcraft writing. It's hard enough as it is. So there's not a syntax. It's just order now. So it sets a global property. It modifies that global property. And yeah. That's how modifiers work, basically. They get and set, or they set and pop global properties. No weather, standard terrain, standard lighting, normal sun, normal stars, normal moon. I have no idea what to do.
Dutch Mofo, that is a config option possibility. It could be added in future versions, and personally I'd like to see it. We'll see. It will likely not be the default. We'll see on that.
Yeah. Okay, so that should be about right. There's like 4 instances of charged in here, one on a gradient, and one red, one blue, one green. Right. Weather, standard terrain, normal sun, plains, yeah. Okay, so this world should work. Let's hope I even see the lightning, or that it doesn't crash. Ooh. Green stars. How do I want green stars? I heard the lightning bolt. I wonder if I'm not managing to. No, we're not seeing the lightning bolts. Oh joy, invisible lightning. Solid has that right. Alright, so let's see what happened. It wouldn't be in here. Green equals null, and we don't do anything. It's not null. Oh, darn it! I need to try and get the color. Okay, that's why part of that didn't work. Invisible lightning adds more stability. Yes.
The concern there, though, is that it would be too similar to random explosions.
It would be. It would have pretty much the same effects, only minimized.
Though it would be surface only.
This is true. Alrighty, let's see here. And that way I need to find symbol sky color because
Held is asking if you have registered the render.
No, I didn't register the renderer. Thank you, Held. That's it.
Don't you love simple little errors like that?
Yeah. Well, if you're going to do something big like that, like add a new entity, it's easy to miss something.
Yeah.
Alright, so... Alright, first we get a color. If the color... Let me do this the other way around. Color is null. Or it's not actually a valid color. Then we just create normal lightning. Otherwise, we produce a gradient with the color and do this. There we go. That ought to work. And now I need to go register the... Yes. So let's see here. Mystcraft. No, I actually do that in Mys client proxy. It's down here in register somewhere. Register entity renderers. All right, render
Researching may be the wrong term. There will likely be a researching system, but the primary way to find symbols will be to explore ages, be an archaeologist.
Mystcraft, the mod that encourages you to be Indiana Jones.
Yep. Also, I'm going to bug you about boulders, so just be aware.
Yeah, when I said that, I went, oh my goodness. Mystcraft Adventuring is going to involve being Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
There are a lot of
Yeah,
things I've wanted to include in terms of other references and things like that. I've wanted to make references to Doctor Who and Dune and Star Wars. I wonder if lightning's still invisible. Hope not.
I just want you to understand, if you put a reference to Dune in Mystcraft, it will be the one mod that my name will be relevant to the entire name will be relevant to the mod.
Yep. Okay, I think the lightning's still invisible. Let's see here. Did I register that right? Alright. So let's see here. There's advanced lightning bolt. Continue lightning bolt. Advanced. Let's go to the render manager. See if lightning bolt's in here normally. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so that's normally how that works. Advanced, rendered lightning bolt advanced. There were no errors anywhere. Maybe I just didn't restart the mod after doing that. Can't do that in debug mode, so... Size. Here. Okay.
Well, Heffron, Melange would have to have different traits than that. I don't think that quite fits.
I'm not seeing lightning here.
Nor I.
Alright, well let's pull up the render here. See if it's actually being called. That's important. Let's pull up... There it is. This. See if the pack is being handled. Right. See what it does. The questions we're trying to answer now are we being informed that there are lightning bolts in the world? And if so, are those lightning bolts being rendered?
And will it blend, according to chat?
Chat asks, will it blend? The answer is maybe. Okay, we hit a debug. We're handling a packet. You know what? You know what I didn't do? Add the entity to the world. Because, you know, that isn't necessary. You don't have to do that. There we go.
People are asking if you are going to join Slow's stream when it comes up.
Maybe. Woo! Yellow lightning!
Oh, yes.
Oh, that's cool.
Blue!
Okay, I'm using blue lightning.
It's alive! It's alive! Cue evil laughter. Oh yes.
That's awesome.
I am happy. Boop! That was kind of this yellow-green. Chat is asking what I can't do, and there are many things, but when it comes to Mystcraft, the answer's not much. Do I realize I'm trolling the entire internet right now? How am I trolling the entire internet? I'm at most teasing you guys. Blue.
Yeah, but now you guys have something to look forward to after FTB releases. So, there you go.
Oh yeah.
That's exactly what I was thinking too, Megamit.
Old Nord, testing is not something that you just apply to and say, okay, let me be a tester. We do want to see bug reports on the Mantis about the current releases, because we don't want people that we have to walk through making bug reports, or, you know, it's just a matter of knowing if you... XCOM's having some trouble fighting this fire. Yeah, if you check the forums, there is a description on exactly how you would become a tester.
Yep. Purple.
He was fighting fire with grass, to be fair.
I was indeed. Now, here's an interesting thing. Oh, there he goes. I was about to say, I haven't seen the red or green lightning. And as if on cue. Nice.
Does black work, or does it do the same thing as the stars?
Alright, black lightning it is. Okay. Where is it? Black. Charged. Black. Charged. Black. Charged. Black. Charged.
Don't forget accelerated.
Green. Charged. Accelerator won't change anything for that.
Oh. I thought it affected lightning.
No. Storm would. Eternal Storm. Standard terrain.
In before Eternal Storm is somehow broken in this build and crashes the whole...
Yeah, that'll be good. Steel bodies, it won't matter, but I'll add some anyway. Okay. Single biome. Plains. And an extra moon, because I feel like it.
Sounds good to me.
It's green. Does the same thing! Black lightning is invisible!
And there's some yellow lightning.
Well, that's actually green.
Ah.
Let's do something a little different for the lightning render.
Held suggested earlier maybe the sky should flash, like it should light up.
Yeah, that's possible, but it would be a little tricky to do.
Ah, okay.
It should be noted that the vanilla lightning does that.
Yeah, it makes the sky flash, but it's not the same color as the lightning itself.
Yeah.
There we go. Now we got gray lightning. That's really strange if the black lightning is completely and totally invisible.
Apparently, Slowpoke has 5,000 people.
Wow.
It's a lot of people.
It was indeed. Okay, you can just barely see the lightning now. That's weird. Why is black invisible? No, I actually added one green lightning just to make sure I could see things.
Apparently, Slowpoke's channel is being spammed by chat, and he has slow mode set to one message every 5 minutes from any person.
Yeah. Hey, Iburn, how are you? You're welcome to join me in TeamSpeak if you like. I'm sitting here with Veo and Unorthodox. To anybody that doesn't know, Veo does basically all my PR stuff. He does all the support messages and handles the forums and the wiki, and sits on IRC and answers people's questions and everything like that. He
Tests everything.
tests everything. He's lead tester.
I just like to clarify my position as stuff.
He does stuff. He does a lot of stuff.
That's awesome.
Unorthodox has done the textures for Mystcraft. Or a bunch of the newest textures. He hasn't done all of them. The book is done by Samuel Wolf, I think. That's not surprising. The lectern...
Oh, Sergeant Creeper.
Yeah, the lectern and the stand he textured. I sent him the model stuff and whatever, he textured it for me. He made them look really nice. I really love the way they look.
Yeah.
And he's done the textured crystals. Made them look all nice and pretty. Since previously I was using, the in-stone texture. Let's see. He made this, or he made the texture for this as well. Because, previously I had it look just ugly. Everyone complained about it. I was amazed by how many people complained about it. And then he made it look all nice and pretty. So. But yeah, he keeps the texture. Or he gives me new textures, makes things nice. Yeah. So yeah, apparently black is kind of an odd color for things. Anything that uses alpha, I guess.
That's just weird.
Yep.
Perhaps if it were as small a modifier as possible and not 0.
Well, that's what I'm doing here. I made it +1. You can just barely see it now. But it winds up being a little white. So it's like, okay, that's not...
Ex-cop Unorthodox, you guys might want to look in the FTB launcher countdown room. There's like 165 people in there.
I saw that. That was insane. Apparently there are, 5,000 people in this stream?
Oh yeah, no, he's probably one of the
Holy
largest
cow,
streams going
there
on
are
right
a
now.
lot of people in there.
I had nearly 300 viewers. I've dropped to about half that now.
You're gonna get raided, and you're gonna jump straight to 5,000.
Oh, if they announce this after they're done with the stream, well, hopefully this should be done by then.
Yeah,
Then it's not a concern. That would be, wow.
there'll be a lot of people.
Yep, there's a lot of people in that room. Is that
You
a
happy
public
that-
room, Iber?
Yeah, it's SR is public.
Ah, okay.
That's why everybody who's actually on stream is slow is hiding in the website room.
Oh yeah, I see that.
New colors of lightning look awesome.
Thank you. You have
Those colors can be applied to the sky, the fog, the sunset, the clouds, and now the night sky.
Yeah. You're
Ooh, so
you're
like
missing a
crimson
lot
night
here.
sky?
I'll show you what you're missing.
I don't
you
know.
wanted
Keep
another
speaking
golden
to ASMRs. But I also did some stuff for that writing desk. Just saying.
Yeah, you did.
Although now that I look at it, I would love to be able to redo it on higher resolution.
Hmm. Well, the writing desk
Although
is still currently standard stuff. The stuff you've done isn't in yet.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm giving you a hard time about it.
Yeah, I know. That'll come in during crafting. All right, so
we might not be able to stream. We might not be able to talk for much longer because of the quality issue.
yeah, quality's
so
starting to
many
get to be
people.
problematic because people are flooding the channels.
Yeah.
So I'll try and wrap this up real quick. So, what we've seen today.
Soundlogic was wondering if you've added the 2-channel colors.
I've added what?
He was requesting 2-channel colors rather than single channel.
Ah, 2-channel colors. Might try the... Yeah, you just mean like having colors that add 255 for those. Yeah, that would work well.
If I understood correctly.
Okay, this is fairly normal. Fixed moon, moving moon. There's the sun. There's a moon. There's a lot of moons in this world. What was this world? This world has 3 moons, normal stars, and just kind of a normal sun at some point. It eventually rises.
Quit spamming a link.
I've already done them.
We go
Oh,
to...
ban that. I just banned him out of nearby. It's not a stream, not so long ago, so just ban him.
Alrighty, 3 suns.
That's awesome.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can
Not
still hear
very
you.
well, but yes.
Oh man, the TeamSpeak server getting hammered.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, so finishing it up, you can specify where the suns rise from, how long the day length is, and what their phase offset is, so where they start in the beginning.
So I was warning that they may pull the TeamSpeak in a moment.
Let's see. This is a void world, multiple layers of stars.
Oh, clear. I can understand you.
Yeah, that got clear again. Interesting. You can speed up or slow down the cycle of the moon. It will
Hello.
go faster to the sky. Hello, little brother dinosaur. How are you? Good.
Hey,
Good.
Soren.
Okay, I'm going to close some of these rooms. This is
Run.
ridiculous.
What, you don't like the up and down little motion here for the
Well, I was trying to see who joined, and it's just
everyone?
madness. Well, I was trying to see you, see what your name was. So,
I'm
hola,
a ninja.
I has kung fu.
have you seen the stream?
Soren saw a bit of this before. He came and complained. He's like, "You're getting rid of Eternal Date." Well,
No, I didn't complain. I came in to confirm because other people were complaining.
Okay. Well, just a sec. So let's see here. Some of these other worlds, it'd have been good to name them so I could find them later, but let's see here. What did we do with
Bob, Fred, and George.
Well, you can't have Fred and George because, well, there's only one of them now.
Oh, that's awesome.
Gradient colored sky. Chromatic is going away. Instead, you're going to have control of gradients. Be able to specify it's this color. The sun just sets, the sky went black. So let's see here. There it is.
Shade Fear 0 controls the I call it the phase, the rate.
Or no, it's not. Oh yeah, this is the one that goes white.
That's pretty cool.
I might go for a Void Age with fully white everything. Make it feel like the Matrix.
Multi-layered, different colored stars.
Moving in different directions.
Yeah. That was what I just did.
Solid speed symbols do not yet work with gradients, but
They're not
is
speed
planned to
symbols, they're
attempt.
link symbols.
True.
I'm going to go through and change the names of them so it actually says length, half length, zero length, double length, just to avoid that confusion, because it's going to be a common misconception, I can tell.
Yeah.
Hey, it looks like the Little Dipper. Yeah, we've got 2 layers of stars here. They're going through gradients. What next? Right. This has black stars in it, so you can't see them.
But yes, what you just witnessed is a red night sky transitioning into a proper daytime sky.
Yeah, blue day sky.
Proper daytime sky.
And a blue day sky, and then it transitions into deep green night sky.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
I believe that Minecraft should have blood moons that turn the night red and you get hordes coming after you. And this looks quite nice for that.
Alright. And then this was different lightnings.
Okay, so that's how they fix TeamSpeak. They added a talk power down room.
Yeah,
That's why.
that's what I would have done.
Alright, multicolored lightning!
Multicolored.
Lightning.
XComp, don't be too awesome. Mojang will hire you.
That would be cool.
No.
And then everything will be horrible.
Well, I'm trying to think here. I don't know if I'd be particularly upset if I got hit by purple lightning.
I know, it's like, hey, I just got me hit.
No.
That was pretty cool.
Do it
I
again.
got struck by pink lightning and I lived.
I would just be like, that's fabulous.
Struck by pink lightning, and now I'm fabulous.
I was stepping away for 2 reasons. 1, you just got struck by lightning. 2, that kind of freaked me out.